Alright guys, so I've always get asked what my sensitivity is and what my apex settings are a bunch. Now, before I get into showing y'all what they look like, I'm just gonna say nothing mind-blowing, nothing shocking, nothing special, nothing like that. They're just normal settings for the most part. But anyway, here, I'll show y'all what they look like. So here's my gameplay part. So I have this on default, have this off. I play with hit markers on. Actually, I encourage you guys to play with hit markers on because I feel like it's easier to track targets. Damage numbers, I have that on both floating and stacking. I play with faded ping opacity. Bit rays, I have that on. Minimap rotation, off. Weapon auto cycle and empty, off. Auto sprint, I have that on. Double tap sprint, I have that off. Jetpack control, I have that on hold. That's for when you play Valk, by the way. Incoming damage feedback, I have that on 2D. Taking damage closes death box or crafting menu, I have that off. Now, if you have this on, when you loot a death box, your person's gonna jump up or flinch. You rather have this off so you can armor swap and loot stuff while you're getting shot at. I know it sounds risky, but trust me, that risk is something you will want to take. Hop up, pop up, I have that off. If you're new to the game, I recommend you turn that on. Same thing with button hints up here as well. Rather you turn that on if you're new to the game. But I've been playing it for a while, so off. Streamer mode, I have that off. Anonymous mode, I have that disabled. Sometimes I have it enabled, but I disable it for the most part. So if you see me in your game, say hi. Usage sharing, I have that enabled. If you have this off, I think it might mess up your account, I'm pretty sure. Cross-platform play, if you, I'm not gonna disable it if you could. I like playing against PlayStation and PC players. Performance display, I have that off. Now, it is cool to have it on and see what your ping and packet loss and stuff like that is, but it's pretty distracting for me, so I turned it off. Club invites, I have that on enabled. Colorblind mode, I have that on Duratanopia because I like the pink color on my reticle. I don't have play with subtitles, so that's like a season 1 thing. I don't need those anymore. Alright, here's my controller. So I play on customize, as you can see here, and the only buttons I have remapped are my LB and my B button. The reason why my LB is crouch is because in other games before Apex, I used to always have it on LB to crouch. And on Gears of War 4, I used to play on tournament alt, and you basically wall bounce with LB or attach the cover with LB. So this is much more comfortable to play with LB. But I know other people have personal preferences other than that, but this is my preference, so. Stick layout, I have that on default. Interact and reload button, I have that on tap to use and reload. Crouch button, I have that on hold. Aim button, I have that on hold. Survival slot button, I have that on. If you turn it off, you can twirl your kunai or your lifeline drumsticks, or whatever heirloom weapon it is, but I don't really care to do that. I just rather have it on so I can pull out heat shields and mobile beacons easily. Trigger dead zones, I have that on default. Here's my menu cursor speed. Alright, now here's the part everyone wants, actually. So if I didn't use ALC, I play on 4-3 classic with no look dead zone. My movement dead zone is on small. My inverted look is on off. I don't like playing with that. My vibration is off. I don't play with vibration. Alright, now here's my ALC controls. So I play with no dead zone. These two are on default. Here's my look speed. This is my look speed right here. Here's my ADS speed right here. And then target compensation, I have that on. Melee target compensation, I have that on. And then target compensation style, I have that on default. Don't switch to the PC. There's no point if you're on console. Just have it on default. Now, like I said, nothing is mind-blowing or nothing like that. This is literally what makes me comfortable when aiming and moving around. You can feel free to try it out if you want, but these are literally what I play on. Nothing crazy at all. Alright. Here's my video settings. Here's my brightness right here. Here's my field of view. I play on 100. FOB ability scaling. I like this setting. I like that they added this in the game. You want this enabled. Do not disable this. You want this enabled. Sprint view shake. I have that play on minimum. Alright, audio. Master volume, sound effects volume, I have that on 100. But you know it doesn't even matter because you know the audio is scuffed in this game anyway, so it really doesn't matter you have it on max. You won't be able to hear stuff anyway. Dialogue volume, music volume, and lobby music volume, have that low kinda. Do not turn this all the way off. You want this like around right here, but not too loud. Your character's like telling you there's third parties, so do not turn that off. You want your character saying there's a third party. Disable this. You don't want this on. And that's it. Those are my settings right there. I actually encourage y'all to actually try them though. See what happens. See if you like them or anything like that. Might be able to tweak them in your own way. But yeah, those are my settings. See y'all later. Alright, I was just kidding. But now that we're in the firing range, I'm gonna show you guys how to practice recoil control in my way. So, what I want you guys to do is pick up 2 R301s, get a bunch of light ammo, do not pick up any attachments at all, and I want you to come up here and climb up this, and then look down at the middle of the map. Now, I want you to hit all of these blue targets for 200 plus. All of them. All for at least 200 plus. Now, the reason I told you to pick up an R301 is because I feel like it's a good starter weapon for most people. And I feel like it's easier for y'all to hit shots since it shoots faster and it's pretty accurate. But I feel like it's a good starter weapon to handle recoil control first. And on top of that, I wanted you to hit all these targets for 200 because most people in the game are going to have purple armor by the time you get towards end game if you want to win or get a lot of kills and stuff like that. And I want to show you guys how to build up damage with good recoil control. So I want you to hit all these targets for 200. You want to see the number 200 almost every single time. And if you do this a lot, your recoil control will be a lot better on a lot of guys. Yes, even these moving targets, I want you to hit them all for 200. Now you could like look in the back over here and hit all these, but you don't have to hit them all for 200 like that. You can hit them all for at least 100 plus if you really want to. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I think that's a good way to practice recoil control, and you got to see what my controller settings look like and stuff like that. Hope it helps you guys build a lot of damage on people and kill people, you know, have fun with the game. But yeah, that's all I can tell you, to be honest. Not really that great at giving tips, but I appreciate you guys for sitting here listening to me talk about it. But yeah, catch you guys later.